Guys, it's Impre from Every Game, and welcome back to another episode of History With. Today, I'm shattered, tired, and I shouldn't be. Apparently, I've had so much sleep that I should have been knocked out. It should have been enough sleep to make an elephant feel like it's just woke up from a coma, and I'm not joking. As soon as I got in yesterday, I crashed out. So, yeah. My body is literally now more shattered than it should be. So I don't know if the sleep really did help or if it was slightly counterproductive. But don't know, you're counterproductive to my actual ability, because your ability allows you to tame monsters. But anyhow, talking about stuff like that, I have actually started to replay more things to do with monsters, like what did I say, like I've started to play more games to do with monsters, horrors, and jump scares mainly, due to the fact of playing random games constantly. But it's not like I do that every day. It's more like it's every few days, due to the fact that I'm out majority of the days. Right. So, one of the things I wanted to talk about was why certain people believe that literally they're do-all, end-all people. That was lucky. Why certain groups of people believe that they deserve better treatment. And this ties into the other day, to Saturday's episode. The reason why people believe all this is because they've been told all this. They've been told they're better than everyone else. And it's, don't get me wrong, it is the kid's fault for believing that. But that's because the parents have been teaching the kids this. And it's, as I said, it's not just the parents' fault. The kids have been told to believe that, so the kids believe it. This is why, at the moment, there's massive strives between people with money and without money, due to the fact that everyone just believes that they deserve more than the rest. But in terms of speaking, don't get me wrong, I'm not the wealthiest person. Yeah, but in terms of speaking, I believe we're all just, we don't need as much as each other. We don't need like a mountain of gold to swim in. Yes, that's a reference from Scrooge McDuck, as that surprisingly was a good show to teach kids. I'm not joking, it was quite surprising. Because in Scrooge, you had Scrooge who literally got conjulated enough money, I think it's called. Basically, he got enough money to buy anything he wanted, but the problem came that he had everything he wanted, so he literally had money for no reason, and having that money basically made him more greedy and more selfish. But once he realized he was getting more greedy and selfish, he didn't change because he has lived like that for years. So this is why sorry, what was that? Come on. You want to talk? Go on. What was that? Go on. No, that's a lie. He didn't. He didn't. Mickey's twice, isn't it? He doesn't. He conned orphans out of money. He doesn't have a heart of gold. But in the end, if you look at his I think it's his grandson or his nephew. Yeah, Donald. If you look at Donald, his nephew, Donald ended up becoming. Yeah, Donald had heart of gold, bad temper, but he never once relied on trying to get money. He always was happy with the way he is. He had the Three Musketeers. He had so much in his life. But Donald himself was more of... I want to say this correctly because it's true. Donald was more of a anti-Scrooge. Because when you look at Donald actually wasn't happy with what his uncle was doing half the time. He wasn't happy his uncle sat there and wasted money on useless things. Oh, wait, can I catch you? But the downside is even though Disney's learned a lot, it did. Claymores. Sorry guys, I'm just reading up these because these are actually quite interesting. Use the pull code and hits priority targets, hits everyone. Most powerfulest monsters. Let's move you two and let's put you two here. Test these out. Because in games like this, it literally is the reason why I brought up Scrooge, just because It's like Scrooge, you gotta try and hoard as much as you can. Wow. Those dudes need a chill pill. I need to take you off. You're useless. And I forgot where that... There you are. But yeah, in reality, I keep getting sidetracked and playing the actual game instead of focusing on this. In reality, there's always a good side and a bad side to everything. Good side, we have enough capabilities to start doing research in every type of science. Bad side, we're using it for basic knowledge. We're not attempting to make it go any further. Good side, it is advancing a lot of research. But the bad side is, as I said, we believe in the only things we get told. We generally don't research ourselves. We just believe what we're told and just agree. But the one thing I have learned throughout life is, even though we believe everything we're told, deep down everyone does actually know they shouldn't believe it. It's scary to think that even though that's true, we still do rely on others to tell us what to do. And this is why Scrooge was the best example for me to give. Because Scrooge himself actually allowed people to realize... What do you do? Scrooge allowed people to realize that they don't need the world. They don't need to be on the level of God as amazingness. And why did I move you? They just need to understand where and why they are the way they are. And a lot of people still don't. If you don't know what I mean by that, I'm talking about people who have... Well, they're unsure about what gender they like. They're unsure in the world if their actually, I know it is a touchy subject, but it's one that's got to be talked about. There's people in the world that are still scared. I've had friends who have gone through that quite often, and I have seen the results of how that all comes to be. And believe me when I say this, I'm I'm actually scared of the fact that they still believe themselves to be less of a person than someone who is heterosexual. It's devastating to hear, but it's the truth. There's people in the world that are scared of being called gay or straight or anything like that, because when I first heard I had friends who were gay, and I actually was happy. Don't get me wrong, like, yes, it's weird, but don't get me wrong, having someone who is normal like everyone else, I know this sounds weird, because they are normal like everyone else. It's kind of a weird subject to talk about, but having someone who doesn't just follow their own instincts, that's the one. Follow their own instincts and rely on others to tell them what to do. It's kind of devastating to watch them crumble down and break. But there is actually another friend who is heterosexual, but she is too scared. She's scared to meet new people, go out and just have fun. She's scared of getting hurt, because a lot of people have hurt her in the past. The thing is, people like that are more likely to be more scared in the future due to the fact that they're going to doubt anyone's really on their side. But when you really find those true friends who will have stupid water fights with you and that, and I mean stupid water fights, you know full well that those friends are to stay. But due to certain natures of certain people, people get scared of being themselves. They shouldn't, because being yourself is the best thing in the world. And the reason why I'm dragging this out is because I'm just about to finish this floor, so I thought I may as well try and finish this entire floor. Yep. And talk about something else. People in the world are generally the same. We may have different circumstances, we may have different looks on life, but we are all the same. The reason why I'm saying this is because you could go to a kid born in Africa and ask him what does he really want to do. The kid will probably say play, be free, have fun. We can go to a kid in a wealthy country and ask them what they want to do, and they'll say be themselves, have fun, be a kid. But the only difference is the responsibilities and the outcomes. But that's for a different time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode anyhow. If you have, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm saying that as fast as I can, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye.